Hello, Blue Fleet. Excuse me. Welcome. Hi. We're later than normal today. We're almost 45 minutes beyond our normal schedule. And I'll tell you the reason for that. Blue Fleet. I left work today about 25 to 5, about normal. Horrendous traffic jam outside. It took me about 20 minutes to get on the motorway. Nightmare fuel. Actual nightmare fuel. But here we are. Sorry if I'm coughing, but I've just had my dinner. Like, I've literally rushed dinner. So I had to go do the shopping, then have dinner, then I could go live. Not a moment before. I'm also just going to quickly test something, just make sure that my tits is properly calibrated. Give me a second. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. It just threw a Rebel flagship right into my skull, so I think we're good. We're carrying on with Ace Attorney tonight. Carrying on with Rise from the Ashes. I should probably put my Discord on, just because I know that some of the saps like to tune in every so often. Right, there we go. So, we're going into day 2, Trial Latter. I don't know what the content of these trials is. I know that this chapter has 7 trial chapters. So it's pretty beefy, right? We should probably just jump in exactly where we were. So yesterday... Yes, and also, I'm aware that other games exist, alright? I'm aware that other games exist. I'm just having fun with this one. We'll get back to other games at some point in the future. Promise? Yeah? Sound good? Promise? Promise. Okay, good. Right, onwards we crack then. Onwards we crack. Let me just quickly drop into Discord a second. Let me just pop a message. Like I said, I've had no time to prepare for today at all. None whatsoever. Abneption. There we go. Okay. February the 23rd, 11:56 AM. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Mr. Wright? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. Really, Phoenix? How reassuring of you. So what happened to your sister, anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. That tells me it's going to be very significant. I don't trust that it's not significant. I am the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Abneption, yes. Ara, I've got a horrible story to tell you from work today. Oh no. It finally happened. So, I'm going to go off on a complete tangent right now, just so we can tell this story. And this is probably going to make it onto TikTok, because it's kind of funny, right? I'm going to probably do this as like a bit of a video. But what happened was, I was talking with one of my mates at work. No, not quite. So I'm talking with my mate at work, and someone else chimes in and says, what sort of games do I play? I was like, I'm playing Ace Attorney at the minute. I like Stardew farming games. I like strategy games, you know, a little bit of a mix. And my mate says, Ace Attorney, is that the lawyer game? I'm like, yeah, it is. And I said, it's on, you know, has your bloke got Game Pass? And she says, yeah, he's got Game Pass. I'm like, it's on there, play it. You know, it won't cost you anything to play. Just download it, play it. So I think I might. And then she says, out of the blue, with no prompting whatsoever, my brother's been watching some people play games on stream, but they're kind of weird. And I'm like, oh. And then she says, yeah. So, like, they ask people to send pictures of, like, dogs and stuff into them. Oh. Okay. Yeah, and sometimes they say bow bow on stream, and my face just planted onto the desk. I'm like, I can't escape. I could hear Pursuit cornered in my brain as these words were spilling out of their mouth. And it turns out their brother is in the fan courts. And they probably know me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. No. It's like Dagoth there. Yeah, I know. But anyway, let's not worry about it too much right now. Right, let's not worry about it too much. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, fire up his temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the whole ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's even going on over there, anyway? I was just going to try and adjust the angle. There we go. Bit of a tweak. That good? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge, Worth. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worried about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? Hmm? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. Oh! Welcome aboard, Ruby Lucky. Welcome. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edge was seated too, I reckon. What does that mean? You're a nut! You're crazy in the coconut! What does that mean? I'm gonna kill you. Wait, no, that's not the right thing. But grab a kazoo, let's have a tune, and when I count 3, that boy needs therapy. Okay. Hi! Sorry, I see what does that mean, and I go into avalanche posting mode. In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Right? Shit, we're swimming in literal poo. Alright, Emma? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. I'm a bit nervous now. Wait, is he going to be the one that we're going to be questioning? Alright. February the 23rd, 12:32 PM. District Court, courtroom number 9. Okay. I'd like to, resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. That was... That had no right to be as funny as it was. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Did he boy kiss Phoenix at last? Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Of course he boy kissed Phoenix. Excellent. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Ah, excuse me. Knock knock. Oh, is this a new character? Who's there? Who the fuck is this? He looks like Taiga. What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. He looks like Iron Taiga, but he also looks like Father Anderson from, you remember Hellsing? He looks like Anderson a bit, doesn't he? Amen! Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Do you fancy him? You're 16. Pipe down. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Was he supposed to be saying something? Oh! Right, what voice do we give this guy? What voice does this guy get? He seems kind of jovial, but he also seems a little bit weird. So, do we give him Anna's voice from EBF5? Should we give him that voice? Yeah. Alright, let's do that. That's going to be his voice.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry I'm late, Edgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Edgy? How you been? Swim much these days?
Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy.
Busy? Nah, busy smizzy, Edgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax.
Yes, indeed. Edgy seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Aha, so you're Riso, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son.
Thanks. Yeah, this is literally the face that I made when my co-worker was about to drop the double Bs. Like, literally, I was like, no, this can't be going where I think it's going. This can't be where I... Yeah. And it was basically like, as soon as it happened, right, it was pretty much just like, ow. Just like that.
So sorry about our little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly!
Little Worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the District Chief of Police? What the fuck? Chief of Police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
Name's Gant, Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
He's the chief of police? What the hell? I was expecting something like Officer Jenny. Ooh, Officer Jenny. Hi. Alright, we're back, chat, we're back. Never you mind, alright? Never you mind. So, to what do we owe this honour today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow.
Ow! What's that for? Hi, Hut.
I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. A little Worthy's car, no less.
He takes long pauses frequently, doesn't he? What's that?
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
Hang on. SL9... Hang on. Hang on a fucking second, chap. You remember we found that note in the car, right? We found that note in the car and it had 67S on it. Turn it upside down. SL9. Is there some connection here? Is there some sort of connection here? Okay. What's this?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy.
I've no desire to hear your excuses.
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me?
Ooh.
Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth.
That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had...
You're head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
Oh, he is a suit through and through. What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
Ooh. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favour first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honour. Well, I don't see why not. I mean, we are British. We are experts with blade-type weapons, right? We're experts with the blade. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and, If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. I bet he wants to pound Wright's gavel, doesn't he? Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Hold on. Oh, it's going to force us to go to the switchblade. Okay. SL92. So this is some sort of evidence? Hold on. Click, click. Ah! Don't scare me like that! I'm the one who's scared. That blade is broken. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Okay, so we've got a switchblade knife found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defense muffler, small tag attached. Hold on, but didn't they... Hang on. Something's fucky here, chat. Something's fucky here. Let me... We don't have it now, but the picture that that the lunch lady showed us last time, I'm pretty sure there was a knife in the guy's chest, but the muffler was already in the car. Why are there two knives? Why are there two knives, chat? This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife?
Sure thing. Not even a problem. Not even a little one, really.
Okay.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
Okay. There was a murder at the police department? A detective?
That's hush-hush information, Archie. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! Order! Order!
Anyway, we're the department we're all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright? Two detectives killed at the same time in two different places. The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well, however, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. That's kind of unnerving. Wait. Hang on. If we press at the wrong point, are we going to get punished? Is the judge going to gavel our ass? Ooh. Gavel my ass, Oji-chan. Let's hope that no one from work ever watches these streams. So, this knife is special, but he can't say how it... Let me just have a look at this, because... Look at this. Look at this. I've noticed this, right? They're all... Look at this. If we turn this way... Look, 67S. That's what was written on that ticket. Hold on. Something's fucky there. That cannot be a coincidence, chat. That's caught my eye almost immediately. What? Okay. Let's try and press it. Let's see if we get punished for it. Excuse me, special?
Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else.
Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Riser, but I can't say that now. Not that.
We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery.
And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler.
Okay. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto.
Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the pieces of evidence that had me stumped all this time. Oh, is he actually telling us present the slip of paper? So, how were things down at the department? Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry.
So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed?
Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask?
That look is me when I'm on the phone to people who are annoying me. It's so relatable.
No matter, I understand. You were busy with Lana's case and all.
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? I think we can press without punishment. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department.
Oh, that's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Argy?
I was at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto.
I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
He's going to tell us one thing and one thing only. We bears a save in here, because I think this is important. So, when the victim died, well, we know that because they died at 5:15. He's already told us. How the victim was killed? Knife. The life of the wife is ended by the knife. Where the victim was found, tell me that. So, tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
The evidence room?
You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto?
I can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room.
There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found.
Yeah, the time of the crime is a bit weird. Hold it! 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Judge, you've heard this 3 times and you already look surprised. Also, if you shave his beard off, do you think he's actually the Hood from Thunderbirds?
Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances?
Coincidences? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident.
It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
Press him there. How can you say there's no connection?
How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand.
Try to understand, Righto.
Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the 2 murders together.
Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. It can't be a coincidence. And that knife! What was it doing there? Yeah, that's the picture I mean. Look, see? He's been killed with a different knife. Why is that one there? And why does it have the text on the note but upside down? Or is the text on the note upside down and this is the right... No, this can't... This could be the right way up because there's a 2 there, right? So the 2 gives us context. So I think the note is SL9, but the right... It's upside down. Now, going by the last case, DL6, that's a police case, isn't it? That's how they identify their cases. So this is evidence from a different crime? This is evidence from a different crime. Why is there evidence from a different crime here? Oh, this is juicy. I'd better check this knife out. Okay. Let's have a look at the knife. Can I check that tab? There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6, maybe it's a case number? Oh, I am fucking cooking. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. It's like similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Was it on Enhentai? You shouldn't be going on there. 2 more years until you can go on that website. You very bad girl. Bonk. Maybe I should check the court record again. And this is... Look, see? If you turn that upside down, SL9. It's 67S, but it's SL9. It's upside down. It's upside down. And that then would be 221. It's not 12/2, it's 221. So it's the 21st of February as opposed to the 12th of February. What is going on here? I think we have to present the knife to him. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Let's try and present him with the because we haven't established that this says SL9, have we? But we could try it. We try it? Oh, it worked! Wait a second.
Ah, at last! An honest-to-goodness objection.
This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean?
Aha! An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean, Fromaggi? This is great.
Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Well, over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 divided by 2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Oh, my brain is aflame. Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief?
Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rizo.
I win? What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
I think we should press him here. Because we've successfully proven there's a connection. We press him on this point. So this knife was stolen?
Yes, but on the day of the murder.
It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon?
Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. We need to present him with something. Wait, 221. 21st of February. 21st of February. Okay. There's got to be something else. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Do we present the memo again? Let's present the memo again and see what happens. If it's wrong, we could... Yeah, we'll save scum a little bit, right, chat? That's what we do on this channel. We save scum. We are the scummiest of save scums, right? It's not that. That statement contradicts the evidence. No, I'm presenting it to say, well, actually, there is something fucky going on there. The time of the crime... This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. We wouldn't save scum on NDS, so take advantage of the PC magic to save scum. Damn fucking Skippy, I will. Damn Skippy, I will. For some reason, my stats haven't caught up. Which is a little bit weird, but okay. What's going on with the ID badge? Not much. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Presented with my badge. No. No, let's not do that. We'll get in trouble. So hang on. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. It was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Okay. A detective was killed at the police department. What a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15, scary coincidence. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Do we try the knife? Do we try the knife? No, it's not the knife. It's not the knife. So... I'm trying to work this one out, chat. I don't see anything obvious. The parking lot with Edgeworth's car. The photo, the shoe, the knife. The SL9 tag seems to be the most relevant thing. I feel like it's the memo, but I feel like it's the memo at a different... Like, this seems like the logical point. It's not linked to this here case, but they are connected because they have the same number. The same number on the knife was found at the scene of the crime, so there is definitely a link there. It's not officially linked to this case, so you can't talk much about it, but there's a link. See, we're back to the brick wall difficulty of Rise from the Ashes now, chat. We're back to the random bullshit go phase of evidence. The random bullshit go era of trying to evidence Ace Attorney cases. The time of the crime, 5:15. Is it the phone? Is it the phone? Any ideas, chat? Because I'm struggling to see what I'm supposed to be seeing here, if I'm honest. Or is it just going to be a case of throw random bullshit at him until we get it right? Don't remember. Okay. So we've got two things. Entered lot of 512. Is it this? It's not this. It's not that. See, I feel like it's going to be a leap of logic to come to a conclusion on this one. Should we try the phone? It's not the phone, so it's not the phone. The knife? What's it doing there? We've already checked the knife out. This knife was evidence in a case, but stolen from the department's evidence room. Do we present him the knife here? We don't know. It's not the knife. We're just going to have to random bullshit go, chat, because there's nothing. There's nothing that leads me to any sort of conclusion in what we've got. I don't have anything. This guy looks like the Monster Hunter man. He does a bit, doesn't he? What, the guy who rules over camera. Welcome, Andy, by the way. We're throwing random bullshit at this guy to try and work out what the fuck we're supposed to do. It's random bullshit go time. Have I pressed him on every sentence? Yes. I'll press him on this one again. Yeah, we've pressed him on everything. He has been... We've pressed every statement already. Every statement has been pressed. We've only got evidence now. I'll press him on everything again, but I don't think it's going to do anything because he's already told us every single statement press, right? So I'm just going to skip through this because I've gone through all of this once already. Did he say anything new after a press? Yes, and we've already pressed that. So we've already pressed the new... We've pressed... The statement about the knife is the statement he changed and added in. Well, there was a suspect, just arrested him. Oh, he'll tell us one thing and one thing only. Do we need to... He's already told us where the victim was found. Do we need to press him on this point and get the answers out of these bits? Tell me how he was killed. Well, how's the detective killed?
How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing, with a knife.
A knife? Oh, G2G. No worries, man. Thanks for swinging by. That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman.
That's the spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same.
What do you mean?
There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death.
So it's this bit we have to press? So do we have to press him for every single statement? We've never had to do that before. Is this like one of those things where it's not been designed to be played in the first game, it's been added in retrospectively after the trilogy, and we're expected to know the mechanics from later? Because that's kind of a leap, if I'm honest. Go on, hurry up, man. Right, tell me when the victim died. So when did the murder at the police department occur?
Now that's a sharp question, Roto. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this.
It hasn't given us anything. We've got nothing, chat. You could tell me what I need to, but it's not asking every question. So do we have to present him with something? Is that what we're being expected to do? Do we need to present him with something and then see if that prompts a response? We have to press it. What? Alright. We've pressed him on everything. So we'll press on this point again. See, having to press on things multiple times is really not intuitive. So we've pressed that. Press here. How can you say there's no connection? We've gone through this already. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. We've already established that. We've already done that. So, we have to press one point multiple times. What? I'm really confused. I'm really confused here, chat. We've pressed him on every single point. We've got nothing. I don't get it either. Yeah, like... I don't understand what it's expecting us to do. Yeah, we've pressed on everything. There's nothing more to press. We've gotten everything out of it. So, everything has been pressed. The only thing we have left is random bullshit go on evidence. That's all we've got at this point, Ara. Please, give me a sign. I don't understand. We've pressed everything. We've got no evidence that logically ties back to anything here. So, he's died due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound. Wait, why is there? Why is there 2 knives? Firstly, found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defender's muffler. Small tag. Normally you have to press when it's not linked to this here case, so you don't have to talk. We can't talk much about it. Well, we'll try that again and we'll see what happens. Yeah, there's nothing. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right, right? I'm going to look at the knife. Is there something we've missed on this thing? Is there something we've missed on this thing? Blood? No. Blade? Tag? It's only the tag that... We can only interact with the tag. There's nothing on the knife. We've already got everything we can from the knife. What? There's nothing. There's actually nothing. We have absolutely nothing to give him. Do we just... Are we soft-locked? Have we soft-locked this game somehow? Or is it just going to be a case of we throw random bullshit at him on every point until we get the right one? Alright. Random bullshit go it is. Because if we press him on that point again... Let's press him on this point. That's 3 presses in a row. And... Yeah, he just says the same thing over and over, so it's definitely not that. It's definitely not press him on the last point. That does nothing. Damn! Like, everything else so far has at least given us some crumb of logic, and then this case comes along, like the Mastodon elephant. Oh, okay. So we have to press statements in order. Since when has that been a mechanic? Basically, so far I've done everything right, but it still doesn't work. Well, let's try and do what you've suggested in order. Let's try your strategy, but in order. Maybe because do you remember when we did Turnabout Samurai? There was a point where we had to press a specific point, but if we pressed the specific point first, it didn't work. Do you remember that? Let's try that. It's not. Hang on. Fourth statement. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's the third statement. Press the third statement. The game expects all pressing to be done in order, like reading a book, instead of skipping straight to the suspicious part. But the thing is, so we've pressed every statement in order. I never pressed where the body was found. Yes, I did. He said it was found in the evidence room. He said it was in the evidence room. We already know where the body was found. So it's in the evidence room of the police department. So we'll press on that point again. We'll press on that point again. Hold on. The leaps in logic that I'm having to do, like, at no point have we had to press statements in a specific order to get where we need to be. That's not been a mechanic up to this point. My head actually hurts a bit. So we have to... So... They arrested the suspect just now. Where the victim was found. We've asked him this already. Okay? Hold on. So now it's giving us... What? So we had to press this, like, 3 times. What? Come on. How am I supposed to understand that? This one kind of breaks the immersion and reminds you of playing a video game. Yeah, you're right. After I got the info, the knife was stolen. So we had... Yeah, I mean, having to press things in order, that is kind of nonsensical. There's the connection between the 2 cases. At last, we had to random bullshit go to the point where chat had to actually walk us through this. Oh my god. You seem happy, Mr. Right. No, I'm fucking not. Happy? Happy? We just got handed a ticket to go to town on this case. Probably the last time I'll need the solution so you can close it. I really hope so. Because that was so vague as to how I was supposed to get there. There was no clue that kind of... Normally there's a clue that kind of says, you need to do this and that. This time? No. With the link between the 2 cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Okay. So how do we get him to... So we've got the connection. We've got the connection, but now it's going to expect us to present something to him? We press the 5th statement, you said? Chief, the defence's position is simply this. The connection between these 2 cases has already been proven.
Huh, you don't say. Well, out with it, right, so what's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. Please tell me where you went on game FAQs. What do you mean, Judge? The connection is a place, mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen. From the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. Which we've brought up, and it wasn't accepted. So, you know, fuck you, Judge. And we know that the detective at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coinkydink.
You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really? Who would have guessed? Okay.
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
I think we're gonna have to press him on this one as well. Huh. Huh. Huh, okay. Right. Oh, I thought I was supposed to... I misclicked then. If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh, well. I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victim's division... I mean, they're in the police department. They're a detective. We know they're a detective. They're in criminal affairs. We could deduce that by the job description. The victim's gender. I'm pretty sure they've said he. I'm pretty sure they said the victim is a he. The victim's ID number. Now, I'm leaning towards the ID number because it's the one thing that we haven't actually had an inkling towards just yet. So we'll go for that. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Huh? Oh, sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 584-2189.
Well, that's quite long.
Now we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
82... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. 584-2189. What? They're the same. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? It's this. Witness. Oh, he's all happy. Look at him. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, I got confused. And this is news? Hmm? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh ho! Is it yours? No, Your Honor. A defense attorney, I am, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Rhino. Personnel IDs are top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189. And this means what exactly? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with a 2? I've forgotten. Didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 584-2189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, sharp as a tack, Rhino. Sharp as a tack.
But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So, what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location? Wow, his eyes were sultry as fuck as he looked at Phoenix then, weren't they? They're gonna boy kiss so hard. Order, order, order! What does this mean? No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honour, they're lovers. Oh, yes. Your Honour, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me?
His eyes just went really fucky then.
The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
What? How dare...
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have you heard that name before? Wait, aha! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him.
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Line of Sky incident.
Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if the officer was capable of making the connection. Oop, I just clicked off. Hang on, there we go. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error of gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then These dramatic pauses. Is he going to get all nasty now? Hold on.
No such no such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy.
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright? Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial.
Yes, very familiar with that.
This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court.
This feels like it's going to be relevant. We need to take a note of this point. We need to take a note of this point because the Chief of Police has just said we cannot rely on evidence that the court has not had sight of unless it is relevant to the case that is being heard. I mean, that is actually a rule I'm very familiar with. You know, that's pretty much the sort of thing that I deal with day to day, but it's not like this should have been relevant 4 cases earlier. Yeah, very true.
The connection was just proven by Raito over here. Good job, Raito, my boy.
I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumours. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologise for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do.
Oh, you'd better get results this time. Really.
You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honour. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake I hope it is not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. That was hard. This case is like a massive difficulty spike. Alright. I mean, maybe this is preparing us for what's coming next. It's like, is Phoenix Wright 2 the Dark Souls of Phoenix Wright? Oh god, what a statement. Okay, February the 23rd, 2:15. Wright & Co. Law Officers. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What's going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, stabbed to death after 5 on the 21st. It's got the same issue that Apollo Justice got. I have never played Apollo Justice. I mean, I've never played any of the Ace Attorney games before this point. I saw the anime when it was like... it was probably about 2018. But I remember very little of it. I remember that he pointed. I remember objection. And I remember that Maya is voiced by Aoyuki, and that's probably about it. So, what was the issue that Apollo Justice got? I'm interested to see it. The Apollo Justice trilogy comes out in January. I'll be able to play it then. Tell me what the issue is. Go on. Come on. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna make you tell me more about Apollo Justice right now. See? You've just been pressed. Tell me more. The issue of no, this evidence is bullshit. Oh, great. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. What's this in the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. I'm glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Okay, so we're back in the lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. The other two games in the Apollo Justice trilogy are very good, with Dual Destinies being your favourite. So, is it the first Apollo Justice game that's kind of, this evidence is bullshit sometimes? We'll see how we go with it. We'll see how we go. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That's oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never! Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Isn't this the shit they spray on motel beds to see the spunk stains? Oh no. Luminol? Bloody sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done these tests? Wait, was I right? Oh, no. I didn't want to be right about that. Oh, no. Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. You had an extra pair of these things? Whoa. If I just put the spectacles of Eros on, to test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find some blood stains. There's some there. Oh, it was actually getting us in on that anyway. Alright. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? It's so... Oh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Evidence 1. Big spunk stain by Edgeworth's car. Yeah, this is the point where, like, it's gone beyond boy kissing, hasn't it? We're you know, Edgy and Phoenix are getting it on in the parking lot. And the security guy's watching with popcorn. His girlfriend's just brought him sandwiches. He's just eating the sandwiches while he watches Phoenix and Edgeworth just go at it by his car. Amazing. Amazing. It's like something like Gachimuchi, isn't it? Okay, well, we definitely know this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of blood? The perpetrator is Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm going to mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? Sure. See? pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and I guess this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Okay. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Anna Sky. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Let's drag that hidden evidence out of the light, into the light of day. Yeah, it feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Oop, Ha! Who's Ha? Oh, it's her. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of bleeding doesn't really get my mouth watering. Oh, I was going to spray her. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but, No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honour as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Is it this photo? That coat doesn't fit her very well. Wait. Wait. Can't see the buttons. Sleeve there. It's very big for someone of her stature. You can't see the cuffs either. Okay. So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they face me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. It may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. She can be our angel or our devil. She can be our angel or our devil. Or booba. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I drag the dirt out of the mouth of suspect after suspect. But before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go, fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she's a main. Hold on. Can I present her with something from SL9? Ooh, my spine. Hold on. What did you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from the case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Yeah. Let's present her with the knife? Oh, this is what we've just gone through. So the knife and the note are the same thing. We need to get her to tell us more about SL9. But she's not got anything more to say. Well, alright, let's examine the scene, shall we? Here, phone, let's see if it works. Oh, we've tried that already, haven't we? We tried that yesterday. Yeah, we've gone through a lot of this stuff. So, this is the famous divider. It sure helps us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helps our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider, a chip of the old parking block. It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. So this is the famous oil drum. Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hey-ya! Oh. That's okay, don't cry. That line scares me. What a strong woman. Wait, does that mean she could crush my head just by stomping on it? Okay. Okay. Ow! Look! A door! This must mean something. Okay. Yeah, we've gone through these bits before, haven't we? Cha-cha slide? See, this is the other thing that's weird. Look at the position of the body. Compare that to what we've seen in the photographs. The body was in the trunk, but here it's laid out. Why? The lock on the trunk was broken. She's trying to climb over the fence. She fell over. Oh, it's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a lunch from the Olympics team? Yeah, there's nothing else for us to investigate. So I guess we need to use the spunk spray. Hold on. Hold on. This blood must be from Alana. No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? Oh. And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. That was the wrong voice, but okay. We're just spraying this kid's allowance everywhere. I don't think there's anything else there. Let's cha-cha slide again. Anything up here? What the fuck are these guys on? We're literally just huffing off of the spunkanol spray. We're literally just huffing off of the jizz spray. Oh yeah, fucking solvent abuse all up in this house. For the purposes of my YouTube VOD, that was a joke. Please don't bonk me, YouTube. Please don't bonk me, Twitch. Okay? Please don't bonk me, chat. I know what you guys are like. Always bullying me with hammers, spaceships, and sometimes other things. I think it's just those two things with the vent. Ow! I didn't even see what hit me then. Was it the hockey stick? can't spell solvent without solvent. It's all part of the investigation. Yeah, exactly. I was the hockey stick. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else for us to do. Talk? Present? We need to present it with something, don't we? Could you take a look at this? You... Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. You can look at it. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavour like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite! The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. What do we need to present her? Because we need to get her to tell us about SL6, right? I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? We found this ID card here in the parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same idea as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Did that blonde give us a... No, didn't. Okay. We've shown her the knife. We've shown her the spunk spray. Should we offer her this tasty shoe? Should we offer her this delicious shoe? Yeah, let's give her the shoe. Let's take a look at this. Oh, yeah, this is it's not that. It's not that. We need to try... There's another dialogue line. Unless we have to go somewhere else. Do we have to go somewhere else? Detention Centre, High Prosecutor's Office, Police Department entrance. I tell you what, we can come back to her, right? We can come back to her. Maybe we need to go somewhere else and get some context that we can talk to her about. Let's go to the detention centre and talk to the client. She's not here. Again. What a little shit. Looks like Miss in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Alright. Do we go to criminal affairs? There's something to do here. February the 23rd, police station, criminal affairs department. Okay. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yeah, but the same detective was also killed at the same time at the prosecutor's lot. Oh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yeah, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like it was going to help us much either. Oh, there's no music at all. Chief of Detectives.
What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Tell no one outside police department? No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything.
Someone's getting a demotion. I love the fact that Regina from Dino Crisis is up there. Babes in Uniform calendar, my bad. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
I know the killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure.
He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Okay, so we can't do anything here, by the look of it. Okay. Evidence room? Okay, we're at the police department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got from the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Let's have a look at Gumshoe's sad little hedgehog. The blue badger is still writhing around today. Kinel. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. He's like Hide the Pain Harold. Okay. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department's been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? The blue trauma. I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Oh, wait. Looks like Sonic going to do something naughty. Is this Sonichu? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, the patrolman's saluting the other guy. Must be a detective. You idiot. What are you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir. Well, I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was. They make a good pair. I don't think there's anything else we can really do here. Wanted posters. No, I think we just need to go through to the room. Guard station? Yeah. Oh, I know who works here. Hey, look, a DDK lock. Do you want to set the DDK? The code is generator. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh, what's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. I might have got the voice wrong there. Yeah, I think I got the voice wrong there, didn't I? But let's have a look at this stuff. Texas, the gate. This swinging door makes this place seem like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch! I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. Whiskey? Computer? It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. That's a lot of video feeds. I'm going to have to do something with these video feeds, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the bastarding things. Fuck. Okay. Yipes, these sure are prickly. These must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would suffice. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Aww. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy. I know, a poochie. No, it's actually a codpiece. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep the information to myself for the time being. So, there's a lasso here. Look, on the floor, a lasso. It looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Nothing else for us to review? I think we've looked at everything. Oh, nope. The evidence room's beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Well, should we go back to... Should we try and find Gumshoe? Let's see if we can find Gumshoe. No. No Gumshoe there. Underground parking lot? High Prosecutor's Office? Go see Edgy Poo? February the 23rd. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday, and I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. Well, I guess we'll have to come back. We don't have anything to give her yet, do we? I just had a sudden thought. Chat. No? No blood here. You can see how this was made for 3DS. You can really see it. There's even a 3DS there. Or NDS, I should say. You know, Nintendo DS, whatever. It's all the same. Surprising. Alright. The blue trauma has no blood on his hands. There's obviously something we're missing here. There's obviously something we're missing here. She's not at the detention centre. It has to be here. Because why would the game give us something like this? Nothing on the stepladder? Nothing there? Nothing on the computer? Nothing there? Nothing that suggests that the victim came through there. I'm struggling to think of the move here. Again. Maybe the crime photo, since she's the one to snap it. Alright, we'll try that. We'll try that. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yeah. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Ah, now we should be able to get the information out of her. Yes, here we go. Nice one, Ara. You've saved my ass. Now please don't throw hammers at my ass. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago. It was the biggest case I've ever handled. Hang on, he was on the case as well. Interesting. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort, made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted with promen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we invested that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SR9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell? There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yeah. Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. See, for some reason, I've seen Americans call this Salisbury steak. Who the fuck pronounces Salisbury as Salisbury? Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he or, you his, Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister. It made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Let me just have a quick swig of water, chat. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Alright, I think we've gotten everything that we can from her. Let's see. Ingredients, meat. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah, let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additives she used. Go to town. Oh, it says here, hours of sweat and labour. So that's why the sauce is so salt. Okay, I'll behave. Right, let's go see Marshall. Ow! What was that for? What was that for? Come on! As if you wouldn't. As if you would. Hmm? Tell me you wouldn't. Tell me you wouldn't. Tell me you wouldn't. Tell me you wouldn't. Okay. Let's go see Marshall. Oh, we've got some more dialogue, huh? Nothing, nothing. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Someone saying please. Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh... I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal, now I just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect, just arrested him in fact.
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking ain't gonna fill me belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head down to the detention centre, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later. Wait. Hang on. Having a good cry. Is it Meekins? Is Meekins the murder suspect? Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I think it's Meekins. Oh no. Still, I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far on that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Ween. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I'd say I was the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I'd say. I was fucking right. It's Meekins. Aye, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, you're a guard here at the detention centre? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Let's examine the guard and see what his reaction is. Seeing a fellow patrolman in him is making him worry about his own fate in life. No comments from the peanut gallery. I don't understand. Okay. And now you wonder why you dreaded Meekins, because of the ween. Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs, sir. Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was no other than Officer Marshall. The amount of R's I'm having to fucking roll here for this voice. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person? What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red, I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention centre. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yeah, another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed the knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... What? Then, when he opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? Ah, that's some story. I don't mean to pry, but you're the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or a victim, sir, then label me victim. You happen to be in detention and alive and well at that. That's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say it leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. So we've got some stuff off of him. What about this? Officer Meekins, this is for you. Ah, I'm scared and Eve, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being piled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. SL9? Officer Meekins, can you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I'm really sorry, but I've no idea what this is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. Takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Oh, why do you hate Meekins? What's wrong with Meekins? What's wrong with Meekins? No, I see exactly why you don't like Meekins. Alright. Maybe we should head to Criminal Affairs? Security? Guard station? No, we need to go to we need to get something out of Meekins then. Okay. We need to present him with something. What do we present to him? No, it's not that. The phone? Not the phone. We've tried the memo, the phone, the ID. Do you think you could take a look at this? Oh. Eh! That's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card. Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Crime details. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might see him a little lost patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't need what Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So, you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure ye, I was as flustered as ye are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman points a knife at him. DM to us before he DM to ye. Me own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, me eyes, sir. Everything went wheat. When I woke, I was higher. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what we need to say. That is, our dad said something along these lines. Huh? But he still ended up here. They're telling me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, that team. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? Nay, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From a security camera. The cream is worth a star boot. It's there, it's me, it's on tap. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over me badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I've got my own. Guess we better go check out the crime scene. Alright, so security cameras. That's twice someone's mentioned security cameras. We're going to have to check security cameras, aren't we? There's going to be some bullshit with these cameras, isn't there? I can smell it. I'm sniffing you, chat. Kind of stinky. Alright. Get sniffed, you nerds. I have security cam trauma? No, I don't have security cam trauma. I just feel like we're probably going to get it. Ow! What's that for? Right, just for that. Just for that. I'm gonna sniff you. Definitely stinky. Definitely stinky. Okay. I probably shouldn't be moving myself around too much. I've probably messed up my tits, but I'll source it later. It'll be fine. It'll be. Ow! There's a rebel flag. I can't. Why did I do that? Oh my god. That was probably my best. That was probably the best thing I put into the random redeem pool. Just a massive fucking rebel flagship. Oh god. Okay. Okay. My face is drawn together now. So we want to head to police line. So we'll go there. Police department entrance. Guard station. We need to examine the scene of the crime, don't we? We need permission to get in there. Whose permission do we need to get in there? Do we need to try and find Gumshoe? Ah, here we go. We found it, chat. We found it. We found the path. Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desks. It's Police Chief Gant.
And you're sure this is all, You know what this means if anything is missing.
So, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. Are they trying to find someone's porn stash?
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scout the place again, sir.
Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered.
Aha! Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much?
Oh ho ho, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Why has he got creepy clown music as his BGM? I'm so freaked out by this music. Okay. Is Edgeworth going to be okay?
Oh, Worthy. Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Yeah, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year.
You mean the incident on Gourd Lake?
No, it doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sitting in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto?
Von Karma.
A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. You did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What? He feels villainous as fuck to me. He feels incredibly villainous. I don't like this guy.
It's downright odd, I tell you, the detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean.
There being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut.
Oh, he was the one you were picking on earlier.
Huh? You saw that? Whoopsie!
I wonder what it was that we wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. So we need to try and ask this guy something, huh? Okay. We need to try and present him with something to get him to speak to us. I was wondering, you could take a look at this.
Oh, sorry, Rito. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find the guy who can't seem to sit still out there, the busy one.
The guy who can't sit still. Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. Not that. Okay. It's not that. Okay. So we need to try and, like, coax something out of him. Do we spray him with the spunk spray? No, that won't work. What are we going to coax? Maybe this? Look at the blue badger. It's not the blue badger. Show him our attorney's badge. Alright. Not the weapon. We don't have anything else we can talk to him on, do we? Huh. Do we have anything else? Any other conversation topics? No, it doesn't look like we do. Let's just go. Let's go through the text again. Maybe we need to find something in the room. So this is the police mascot, is it?
The Blue Badger, future star police force.
The design's a little change from the one outside.
Ah, well, the Dancing Blue Badger trademark is still under development, you see.
You have it trademarked?
Absolutely, it's the cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this dolly to my daughter and she burst into tears.
Don't show the moving mock-up outside, thank you. You'll give her nightmares. We're trying to... do we need to find something in the room? Or do we need to find something somewhere else? Hang on. Any blood? It's like a light gun game. No? No blood? Interesting. Is there anyone at the guard station? No, we have to get something out of Gant then. We have to get something out of Gant before we can progress. So what haven't we presented him with? The lunch? The spray? We've given him all of these things. Except the floor plan. What am I supposed to show him? Is it the food? Hang on. 2 places at the same time. 2 places at the same time. So he was killed in 2 places at the same time. And there's something we need to... Oh, the mods are mocking me. The mods are laughing at me. Okay, there we go. Greetings, Hades. Welcome. I'm trying to work out what to give this orange asshole to give me more information. On mod chat, yeah, there's a secret mod backroom that we kind of talk bullshit in. And they're currently laughing at me for the fact that one of my co-workers bow-bowed at me today. Just out of nowhere. We're doing Mr. Stare and Clap. Yeah. I'm trying to work out how to get him to cough up some information. So... lol. Yeah. Do I need to give him something? We've given him both knives. We've given them a shoe. We haven't given them a steak. He's not interested in anything we've got. We don't have anything that will make him talk, do we? Let's go through the text again. He said... Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. Maybe we have to get something from the guard station. Let's go to the guard station. He's got such a creepy fucking theme tune. Wait, hang on. We've sprayed everywhere around here already, haven't we? What's my move here, chat? What's the game expecting me to do? I don't quite understand what it's trying to lead me towards. He's been stabbed in 2 places at the same time. But we've presented him with all the evidence we've got right now, right? And that's not actually gotten us anywhere. We can't get into the evidence room yet, but there's no bloodstains around here anywhere. So we need to give him something that proves like a couple of things. Hold on. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. The date of the day of the crime. Murder publicity. Yeah. We've shown him that. We've shown him everything we've got. So I'm at a loss, chat. I don't... Let's just go to the underground parking lot. Does she have anything extra to give to us? No. She hasn't got anything further to us. Is Edgy back? No. He's not back. Maybe he was looking for something in here? Is this the right pathway, chat? Can I get a bit of hand holding, please? I feel I'm not clear on what the game's expecting me to do again. You won't be able to say your net is wacky as fucking cuts constantly. I mean, thank you for coming by anyway. You know, it's really flattering that you've tried to swing by even if your net's been a bit gimpy, and I'm very grateful for that. So you know, don't worry about it too much. Thanks for coming. The VOD will go up on the YouTube archive anyway. So if you fancy catching up on watching me try and work out how to get Gant to talk to me for the next 2 hours, by all means, it'll be on YouTube tomorrow night. No, but seriously, thank you for coming by again. It means a lot to me that I've got regulars. It means a lot. He won such a prestigious award. Why would he just leave it on the couch? Yeah, you'd think he'd want to show this thing off more than the giant steel samurai. Then again, Edgeworth has always been like that. Really? Hey, I should write this down. Tell me what it was like as a kid. Back in elementary school, he won awards for all kinds of things. Speech contests, essays, playing the flute golf tournaments. That doesn't exactly sound like typical elementary school stuff. But he always hated receiving awards. He'd make some smart remark like, I know the path I've walked. No one else needs to tell me. That's what he's always been. Kind of gets under your skin, doesn't it? Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh, Old Bag. Of course, we looked at this last time, didn't we? We need to examine someone in the police department. Oh, for fuck's sake. We've never had to do shit like this before. Why is it suddenly so obtuse? Answer me honestly, Ara. Is this case super obtuse because of the fact that it was written after the trilogy was done? They had 2 more games worth of development to kind of go on. And because of that, it doesn't make contextual sense in a lot of ways for people who are first-time players. I kind of think it almost should have been put, like, after the end of the 3rd game at this point. Alright, let's go into criminal affairs. So we need to examine someone in the police department. This guy. That was one of the detectives. This case is singularly obtuse. Oh, for fuck's sake. He's mumbling something to himself. I don't kill use a cassette tape. What a crafty trick. That gunshot was a fake. This is good. No one will expect a cassette tape in this day and age. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Chief of Police?
Oh, sorry I had to say that.
What exactly did the Chief of Police want you to do?
Well, see over there. That's Goodman's desk.
He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue.
They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So, nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here?
Of course not, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Goodman's lost item report added to the court record. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Ah, now we can ask for permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favour.
Huh? I never thought the day would come when Raito asked me for help.
I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Pause. Stare.
Now, Raito.
Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all.
Raito, please. Do I look like a selfish man?
Hmm?
If anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them the 50. No problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show you never know until you ask.
And for you here, you can borrow this.
Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honour.
You just roll over and do your best now. Later, folks.
Is he off? He's gone. Haha! It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because we get into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is bad influence on the girl. Hold on, let's have a look at this ID card then. We don't have it. It's literally just an ID card that goes on to us. All right, let's have a look at this. Lost item report. Date lost. 2/21. Name Bruce Goodman. ID 5. Whoever wrote this report was not Goodman. Whoever tried to file this was not Goodman. They've forgotten his ID badge number. Therefore, It's the judge. The judge is the culprit, because the judge can't remember the ID number. Wait, no, actually, but they got the first number right, so it can't be the judge. Oh, for fuck's sake, this case is really hard. Why couldn't it just been the fucking judge? God damn it. Okay. Okay. Right, can we examine this? The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gantz. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Ah, the card reader's turned off, see? What's that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my bambina's sky so grey? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw, that card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. But we give him this. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? Nope, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? Filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask anything. Finally. Seems like he's willing to talk. Alright. Let's talk to him. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You've got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meek... Oh, sorry, wrong voice completely. Actually, Officer Meek's at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy? Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli that sneak in next to your steak, you know. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a bird fire. You're still investigating the SO9 incident with Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those ones Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon there might be. You're the security guard, you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader is a record of every ID that passes through. This is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Why were there a bunch of 7s? Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove the record besides the stabbing. Can we present him with the ID? Try and present him with the ID badge? See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. There it is. Look, the 4th number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But, wait, what did Officer Meakin say? Sir, he entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meakins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Okay, I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. A Russian accent? No, that's Scottish. That's a Scottish accent. I'm sorry. Russian? No. I don't mean to laugh at... I'm not laughing at you, by the way. It's just the thought of a Scottish accent being Russian. No. If I wanted to do a Russian accent, I would do it very over top, like this, you see. You see, Vladimir? We will get very nipples, and then we will drink vodka. And we will commit Baba Yaga. That would be like Scottish. That would be like a Russian accent. That's Scottish? The Russians from Scotland are well known. I guess they must be. Sorry, but can you explain what this whole transferal thing's about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault in the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SO9 2 days ago. Let's go into the evidence room, shall we? But first, we don't seem to have... We need to try and give the record to some people, don't we? Let's go into the evidence room. That seems to be where it's leading us, right? Ooh. February the 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It's kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. It's gumballs. Ah! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard?
Right, so please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me circa to borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50, even me. Fucking hell, Gumshoe. Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today? Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
Thanks.
First of all, you want to have this.
Okay. Evidence room floor plan. Should we present him with the ID card record? So that's Bruce Goodman. Oh, I see. So we can actually link up who's been in the evidence room. So these two are in at the same time. That's probably Meekins. Let's see what he says. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
Ah, I heard the rumours. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
That's second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? What? Gumshoe is strapped for money. Ah, I know that feeling. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Okay. Who is that top number? It feels relevant. Who has a bunch of 7s as their number? Maybe it's Gant. He seems like the sort of self-absorbed ponce who would have that. He's an absolute wanker. And I think something's sus about him, if I'm honest. Alright. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker is covered with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if it were closed it.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Wait, there's a bloody handprint there. What's this? Blood? It's a little warm, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? Should use a testing fluid to check it out. Oh, we have to use the spunk fluid. Okay. Spunk spray, ho! Okay, so we got that one. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint.
What?
What's the matter, Detective?
This locker. It's mine.
It's yours.
Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify I wouldn't harm a fly. You do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective. Gumshoe is a silly Billy, isn't he? Wait, there's blood there. There's lots of blood there. There's lots of blood there. That must have been one massive pool of blood. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective?
Oh, pale blue blood.
Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Do you think I should call him Gumbacker? Is that harsh? Anything else? I don't think there's any other blood. What's a saw and paint doing here? Horseshoe crabs have blue blood, as do insects. Certainly some of them do.
Since dawn at time. True art has always been a war against oppression.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger.
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here, in the evidence room. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? Wait, SL911.
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
You mean SO9? It does have a tag on it. Okay. How much evidence is in this case? tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now? Okay. Extremely thin rubber glove. It's thin for her pleasure. Not her! Not her, alright? Not her. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The SO9 incident again. Seat sticker on one of the pieces here. Another piece of SO9 evidence. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try and put it back together? Ah, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Oh, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, what the fuck is this? Hold on. Oh boy. Oh, why are you laughing like that? Why are you laughing like that? Here is half the trauma people have with this case. Huh. Is this... What? This is literally just random bullshit go, isn't it? Oh my god. Why is this now a puzzle game? I don't know. What? What? I see what it's supposed to become. Ah, no worries, man. Thanks for swinging by. Thanks for swinging by. Hang on. Can we not, like, rotate? We can't rotate the centerpiece, no. We can't rotate the centerpiece. It's no use. These pieces just don't add up to anything. Maybe some of the pieces are missing. Let's just try to put as many of the pieces in place as we can. Maybe we'll give it another shot later. Is that right? Are we not in a position to actually do it yet? Real talk, Ara, am I able to solve this puzzle yet, or is this at present an unsolvable that we have to come back to? You think we can do it? All right. Well, you've played this game before. I trust your word on that. Alright, we'll try. So we need to try and find, like, there's got to be... It's the red bits, isn't it? We have to find something that matches the red bits. But the thing is, we tried everything in terms of the pieces, and none of them fit. So we need a jagged down bit, a little bit, and then a long slopey bit. Of the pieces we've got, what could fit that? The thing is, we can't really get a good look at the pieces, which is actually a little bit of a problem. Fifth. You reckon the fifth? Ah, okay. Okay. So now... Not that. Maybe this one? No. That has to go on top. Right. You would have thought it was that one, but it needs to be like long and straight. I mean, it looks like it should be that one, but... There's definitely some bits missing. Ah, okay, we got one. Okay. Then this one is that. You weren't lying when you said this vase traumatized players. You know what? I can see it. This definitely seems like the sort of puzzle that was made for the DS. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Okay. We're out of pieces. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far in, in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar. Okay. Jar pieced back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. More paint. More lockers. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. Huh. It won't open. Did you really think it would?
Hey, pal, security's that set round here.
Put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. I mean, I wouldn't want to put my my hollow nendos in there. What? That's what you do with jars. That's what you do with jars. Goomba said herself, alright? You... Ow! She said herself, come on, I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy, why would you? What's all this shit? Some sort of bulky equipment's gathering dust here. What a sorry looking fishing pole that is.
Ah, that's my personal pole.
Never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before.
Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out in Gold Lake, remember?
Oh, right. That feels like it was ages ago. And I think I've seen this one before.
Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later.
That cheap-looking box?
You can't judge a person or machine by their cover. You gotta look at their art.
If you say so, Gummy. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they cut was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. I think we've got... Oh, there's a locker here. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here.
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said,
I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How'd you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. I feel like that's going to be relevant later. So maybe we need to go and ask some people about... we need to go and ask some people about these IDs, don't we? Let's ask at the guard station. Wait, no, we've already spoken to... He's the one who gave it to us. So let's go to... the entrance? I've got an idea. She's still here. Excellent. It's not relevant to her at all. I overthought that. I thought, well, maybe it seems irrelevant, so therefore it's relevant. Let's go speak to Meekins. Look, Ara, it's your favourite character. Hey, Meekins. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Oh, nope, he has no idea about it. Okay, so he's useless here. I've overthought this quite severely. Excuse me. Meekins is actually not your most hated character. Who is your most hated character? Oh, thank you. High Prosecutor's Office. Edgeworth is still not here. Maybe we need to go to speak to... maybe we need to speak to Gumshoe again? You got anything to say to us? No? Roger Rettins. Okay. Roger Rettins. That almost sounds like Robbie Rotten. Now, listen closely. Here's a little lesson in lawyery. This is going down in history. If you want to be an attorney #1, you've got to kiss an Edgeworth on the run. Anyway. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day. That's right, it's an honour. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you alone? Where are your underlings? You got to kiss an Edgeworth on the bum. No, that's not for kissing. They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open. Always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Ah, that case. The S.L. Man incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Can you tell us more about the case? This place is more high-tech than you think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Who's that? Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles. On the other side of the handles is a sensor. The wrong person touches it. Zap, you get a shock. If that's what happens, my hand will be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Okay. Cha-cha slide? Oh, it's closed. It's closed now. He had some cute stuff in there. Yeah, Oh yeah, they said it's empty, didn't they? We need to get this guy to talk to us, don't we? You can't open lockers if your fingerprint don't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman stabbed her after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at a prosecutor's office. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Okay. Hey, look, they're hard to make out, but there's some dark red stains here. What's that blood? Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow... Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this thing? Was it stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SO9 incident. That might be where the blood got on it. Okay. Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? Well, at least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? We know there's pieces missing, we know there's blood on it. But that's about it so far. Okay. See if we can give this to him. No, it's not that. How much fucking evidence? Detective Goodman's note on that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SO9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. No, that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I wasn't involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago. That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And it started the rumour mill. Serial killing? Oh no, he got frosted. Cornflakes. Rumours about forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SO9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife... The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Huh. Do we have anything else to give him? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Scott to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did. Someone must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. He's probably onto something there. I don't think we can get anything else out of him right now. You sure have a lot of monitors in here? There are 8 cameras in the evidence room and all, one for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place? Why the kettle sit before the rains come? It's not for man to know. Unless you're the security guard responsible, which he was. This cactus sure is prickly, it must be real. Best keep your distance from Billy there. You're liable to get hurt. Billy? The cactus has a name? Billy, you're wearing your cowboy hat in your hand. Ah, my rawhide cowskin 10-gallon hat. I just picked that up, but Billy took a fancy to it. Looks like it got stuck on the spines and he couldn't get it off. I don't think there's very much else that we can... Oh, what's this about? I just roped me a steer with this here lasso. What? He was a bellowing moo, pal. Moo. Detective Gumshoe, I presume. Something went bring there. I'll turn on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners. Okay. Is there anything else I need to do in the evidence room? Other than groove to Gumshoe's theme. That's the door we just came in through. So you don't need the ID card to get out. I wonder what happened if Officer Marshall cut power while we were inside. Let's hope he remembers we're in here. That seems unusually plausible. I don't think we can do anything else in here just yet. So, should we head to the prosecutor's department then? Man, there was a lot of investigation in this case. There was a lot of investigation in this case. He's still not here! Edgy! So, we're obviously missing something, right? What are we missing? What am I missing, chat? There's got to be something, right? There's got to be something. Do I need to examine more things? Those aren't pants, those are chips. That's a poncho up there. Aha! Poncho! It sure looks cool, but the name's a little silly. Okay. Do we need to find, like, is... Hang on. Hang on. Where's the camera? If there's a camera in here, it surely should have seen everything, but where is it? Hold on. Is there a security camera in here? It doesn't look like there is. Eh? Nanda. So do we need to use the cum spray then? Whose locker is that? That's Gumshoe's locker, he's already told us. Oh, there's another handprint here. There's another handprint here, we missed it. Cum spray to the rescue. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if you fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Yeah, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where'd you get this, Emma? I was buying by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you need to be going to? It's just a Mr. Edwards' inquiry because he should be letting out soon. I'm going to go look at my report for today. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems. Hey, it's Mr. Edwards we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Right, so now we can go see Edgy. We really want to. The person who took out this knife had to have been Detective Goodman. But why is it wrapped in the scarf muffler stuck inside the car muffler? A piece of white cloth is sticking out. Looks like a shirt. So, there was blood on there. Someone's tried to stuff that in. But whose locker is that? Whose locker is that? That's significant, chat. That's very significant. Well, let's go to the press executor's office. Oh, he's finally here, that lazy bastard. Oh no. Ah, guess my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you? Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me, somehow. The real info's on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think the whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Okay, let's present him with the... with this. Oh, right, I better check this now. As I was saying... What's this? A record of ID card usage. In the French version, it's an Italian restaurant. Ah. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The Chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. So it's AI 16. Stubborn as always. I told you this had nothing to do with the current case. He hasn't given us any extra details, so the timeline of events here, right, is this guy 7/7 goes in 4:20. Edgeworth goes in 20 minutes later. 10 minutes later, someone else goes in. Now, Meekin said it was just him and Goodman in there, right? Now, if Goodman's gone in and he's not been able to produce his ID badge, one of these two is Meekin's. I think it's probably this one, because I think Meekin's goes in just after Goodman goes in. And then he confronts him. And that's when the knife kind of comes out. But if Goodman's dead, right, if Goodman has died, then there's every possibility that this is Goodman. He's gone in. This person has gone in, killed him, and then Meekins has kind of gotten caught in the crossfire. It's a very tricky timeline to try and piece together. Okay. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again. I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. SL9, was it? DL6. Ah, are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his result. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, I've never seen this out of sorts. So, I think we need to present him with... something from SL9? Right, please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the seat. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edwards told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on, anyway? Can't give him the, Show me your best evidence. Is it the jar? Is it the unstable jar? It's not the unstable jar. What is my best evidence supposed to be? What's the best evidence? I'm trying to give him my best evidence, and what I think is the best evidence is clearly not the best evidence. I don't want to give him the shoe. Get some reaction out of him. It's just random bullshit go again, isn't it? Ah, I missed that. I missed something that was supposed to be said there. Give me a second. We try the knife. So, it all has to do with that case you're on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I want to know why was the Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science... Yeah, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints. There's an I there. They've misspelled aluminium. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, no need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Okay. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing suspicious handprints somewhere. So, are we almost at the next trial? Okay. I tell you what, chap. We've been going for about 3 hours, and honestly, I came on pretty much as soon as I was home from work. So let's pull over here. Alright. I realise that this is a bit of a strange place for us to leave the stream, but because we've been going for 3 hours and I'm pretty tired and we had a late start, I don't think we've really... Oh, wait, is it... Hang on, my TITS isn't on this. Give me a second. It needs to go into game capture. Hold on. Tits goes there. Try it again. You were right to do a stupid. Yeah, let me just... I should probably test that because I thought it did work here, but obviously I hadn't set it up. Anyway... Yeah, I need to fix that, apparently. I didn't realise that TOTS didn't work here, but... Well, we've learned that today. Anyway, I'm going to go because I'm exhausted. I need to rest. Tomorrow I've got band practice. No stream then. Thursday and Friday completely depend on the storm. So Storm Babette is going to be coming through the UK. We've got predictions for very, very high amounts of rain coming through, which always makes me very anxious. So there is a very high chance that Thursday and Friday are no-goes for me. But we'll try and come back to something Saturday, Sunday, ideally. Yeah, I'll do my best to stay safe. We live on a hill, so it shouldn't be a problem for us. It's just the rain makes me super, super anxious. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I think I've said that a couple of times, so I am actually going to go. I'm going to go rest and chill with life for a bit. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Hopefully, next stream we'll get into and through the next trial. I want to see what this unstable jar is. And I want to see if it's actually relevant to anything and if it's going to make me rip my hair out. So that'll be fun. Anyhow, see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. And thanks again for coming. Take care.